And fans, don't forget to visit the YD Red Sox concession
July
stand.
19th, and we are almost to All-Star Weekend, but first, the YD Red Sox will play the Hyannis Harbor Hawks at home today. Last home game before a long stretch on the road. It's Perri, Kitei, and Luke West Poley coming at you live from Red Wilson Field. As always, yesterday at home, a rare loss for the Red Sox in a long offensive slugfest between YD and Brewster. Final score for that one was 15-8 in favor of the Whitecaps. First time all season we've seen YD pitching give up that many hits. There were 17 of them. Looking to bounce back today against the Hyannis team that's been hot, coming off a 10-2 win against Falmouth yesterday. This is not the first time these two teams are playing each other. They've seen each other quite a bit as of late.
Yeah, these two teams have seen each other over the last couple of weeks after they did not play at all for the first month of the season. They're going to play again a week from today in Hartford, but for now, a get-right day for YD after one of the uglier losses of the season yesterday. The offense produced, but like you said, really the first time we saw the pitching kind of implode as it did yesterday, allowing a season-high 15 runs against. Red Sox will look to get back to it today with Micah Bucknam making another start.
Bucknam out of LSU had a really good start for the Red Sox his first time around. Looking at these pitching staffs, interesting to see Max Vieira's name on there. That caught me off guard for a second. Vieira, the position player, came in to pitch 2 innings yesterday. Actually hung a 0 up there for one of them, but Bucknam has a 1.8 ERA through 2 appearances, 1 game started, 5 innings pitched total. He's allowed 1 earned a run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts with a 1.4 whip. Behind the plate is Manny Garza, one of 3 catchers that's been in the rotation. Garza out of Rice joined the roster a couple of days ago. This is his 3rd game for the Red Sox, and leading off is former Red Sox Nick Mitchell. He's set in the lefty box, and we're ready to go. First pitch from Bucknam sails high for ball 1. Evenly spaced infield around the horn. Gleed at first, Austin at second, a rare infield appearance of the summer. Hardy at short, and Darby at third. A loud strike call from our home plate umpire. One and one to Nick Mitchell as Bucknam taking his time up on the mound. Another fastball comes in the zone. And Mitchell faces a 1-2 count. The shift is now on with 3 to the right side of the bag. Swings and misses, however, a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Hardy comes in to scoop up the throw from Garza. They go around the horn. Bucknam starting off strong.
Next up, out of Oklahoma State, number 4, Zach Earhart.
We apologize for the technical difficulties we're currently experiencing. We'll try to keep you guys with it as much as possible. Coming to the plate now is Zach Earhart. Second guy in the lineup today for the Harbor Hawks. Earhart out of Oklahoma State, just finished up his sophomore year. First pitch on the way falls outside for ball 1. Gleed pinched in slightly towards the middle, the first baseline not completely protected. The 1-0 hammered foul towards the bullpen. Bounces just in front of the knees of Blake Finley out there. One ball, 1 strike to Earhart. Bucknam winds and delivers. The bunt is shown and laid down up the third base line. Bucknam scoops it himself. The throw is not in time. A nice scoop from Gleed as it bounced in the dirt, but Earhart legs it out. The surprise bunt goes for a single, and Hyannis has their first guy on board. That was really well placed down the third baseline, right between Bucknam and Darby. Slight hesitation as to who was going to get it, and that extra second gave Earhart just enough time to sneak onto the bag. Brings up Cam Smith, the most consistent hitter in this lineup. He's hit in 25 out of 32 of their games, and he watched the first pitch fastball down the outside half of the plate. Smith, an all-star starter on Saturday, plays at Florida State. He just finished up his freshman year down in Tallahassee. Big gap in the 4-3 hole. Pickoff towards first is really a close play, but Earhart sneaks a hand back in time. Count still 0-1 with one gone in the top of the first. Bucknam resets the outfield, slightly shifted to the pull side. That's left. Another pickoff towards first. Even closer this time. Bucknam has a really nice move, gets over there really fast. These throws have been on target, low enough for lead to put on a legitimate tag. Keeping Earhart at bay. Still just one pitch in the at-bat to Smith so far. Bucknam, another pickoff. This time gets away and out of play. It's an automatic bag for Earhart. So he will advance on the error from Bucknam. Still 0-1 for Cam Smith. Now Earhart's on second. Bucknam shakes one off. Now nods, he's set at the letters. Steps away as the batter calls time. Now resetting himself, Smith decked out head to toe in the orange and blue, the Hyannis colors. 0-1 finally on the way, and it's pushed to foul for strike two. Bucknam already with 2 strikes on this count, has 1 strikeout already. Earhart takes his lead. Nobody over there covering him. Austin is the closest. The 0-2 floats high at the top of the zone. A nice take from Smith. One and two with one gone and a runner on second. Bucknam is moving really slowly. We've already seen a couple pitch clock violations in the last week. The 1-2 on the ground, rolled towards third and sneaks under the glove of Darby. Earhart is held up at third as the throw comes into home. Runners on the corners, and the first hit of the day for Cam Smith, who has just extended his active 13-game hit streak to 14 games.
Man, that one looked like it might be the ground out, but ball that had eyes sneaking through the left side of the infield. It's a diving effort from Xander Darby. Went underneath his glove.
Zach York in the righty box had a really good day against YD in Hyannis' walk-off win. The last time these two teams faced, that was at Hyannis' ballpark over at the high school right by Main Street. Ball one floats in high. Runners on the corners, one gone. York plays at Grand Canyon, pick off to first. And Smith sliding back safely. York was a collegiate baseball freshman All-American and a Western Athletic Conference second team selection in 2023. The 1-0 fastball sweeps across the plate for strike one. Corners slightly pinched in for YD. That middle infield all the way back at the grass. Hardy pulled almost behind the second base bag entirely. 1-1 on the way, falls low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. York was just the 6th freshman All-American in program history. Takes after his mom, who was a collegiate softball superstar at Fresno State back in the 90s. He chops it up towards second. Austin has it, makes the play over to first. It bounced too high to get the runner at second. He makes the safe bet. One comes across to score for Hyannis.
Next up, out of Wazoo, number 9, Elijah Hainline.
They lead 1-0. And a runner is on second base. That's Camp Smith. Elijah Hainline, another all-star for the Harbor Hawks in that righty box. First pitch on the way. Gets away from Garza, but he keeps it in front. No chance for Smith to take a bag. Two outs now. Hyannis has taken the early lead. YD trying to limit the damage. The 1-0 on the ground towards short. Backhanded by Hardy. The throw across the diamond well in time, and that retires the side. Hyannis puts one on the board. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first on the Cape League Broadcast Network.
Fans, Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare provider. Out of Vanderbilt, number 9,
RJ Austin leading off for the Red Sox. Apologies. Again, looks like these technical difficulties might be slightly extended. We are doing our best to get you guys all of the action. But for now, it's Bradley Hodges throwing the first pitch ball. high and away to Austin. He's been in left field most of the season for the Red Sox after playing mostly in the infield as a freshman at Vanderbilt. The 1-0 comes in, falls inside for ball 2. Today, however, playing at second base, he had the option before the game. YD coach came over and said, hey, RJ, where do you want to play today? DH, infield, or outfield? He said, put me in the infield, as ball 3 flies high from Hodges. He's off to a good start. So he's at second base today. He will be starting in left field in the All-Star game on Saturday. One of 2 All-Star starters, along with Hunter Hines at first base. The 3-0 on the way, just at the top of the zone. And Austin takes for strike 1. Now takes 1 practice swing for resets. The 3-1 popped up into foul territory. Might be a play on it. Gets away from Alex Lane. And there will be no play. Count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the righty out of Vanderbilt, sporting the yellow arm sleeve, yellow gloves, representing the Commodores. Payoff. Swung on and missed at the top of the zone. Austin goes underneath. Goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. Hyannis tosses it around the horn, and that brings up Xander Darby in the 2 spot. The Gaucho out of UCSB, high up in the lineup today. Ready at the back of the box, and he takes a first pitch ball away from the zone in the opposite side. The 1-0 chopped up the middle. Hainline has it. The throw is in time. Hainline was pinched in towards second base, perfectly positioned for a ball that otherwise might have snuck through the infield. The analytical shift works towards Hyannis' favor, and that's a quick 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Stafford faces a first pitch, swings and misses for strike 1. Hodges plays at the University of Virginia, kicks and deals. The 0-1's a check swing, but fouled off the knob of the bat. And Stafford moves to an unfortunate 0-2 count. Hodges was the 2022 Florida Prep Player of the Year out of high school, was ranked a top 10 left-handed pitcher in the nation. Made 19 appearances for UVA, 1 start as a true freshman. And he gets the play ball signal. 2 gone, 0-2 to Ryan Stafford. Pitch on the way, sails high and away for ball 1. Hodges lost control of that at the end. The 1-2 comes inside on Stafford, almost at the back elbow, and he holds off 2-2. Resets at the back of the box. Hodges fires, and it falls away. So Stafford moves the count from 0-2. It's now full. YD looking for their first base runner of the day. Hodges looking to face the minimum payoff. Comes in high, ball 4. Nice patience from Ryan Stafford at the plate. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Hunter Hines.
Next up, out of Mississippi State, number 44, Hunter Hines.
Hunter Hines playing in the designated hitter position today, as he did for most of the season over at Mississippi State, where he was a first-team All-SEC selection. Just finished his sophomore year. He's the second of YD's All-Star starters. First pitch on the way. Clips the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. Stafford takes a lead on first. The lefty Hodges has a nice view of him. The 0-1 curve drops inside. Hines holds off. And he's down 0-2. The infield shifted to the pull side as the 0-2 sails high. Good hold from Hyannis to take ball 1. Braden Montgomery on deck if it gets there. The 1-2 rolled foul, and the count will stay the same. If Hyannis could put this down opposite field, there's a lot of room up the third baseline. The 1-2 clips the outside half of the plate. Hyannis watched it go by. It goes down looking for the third out of the inning. YD can't get it back, and Hyannis still leads 1-0 as we head to the top of the second at Red Wilson Field. You're watching YD Baseball on the Cape League. Top of the second, Hyannis leads 1-0. Alex Lane stepping to the plate for his first time through. He's been all over the map. Swings away at the first pitch and tips it foul for strike 1. Played at a junior college, then Bryant just graduated from there, now grad transferring to Northeastern. Played at Northeastern, hunched over, the 0-1 on the way, flared in fair territory, off the end of the bat, gets all the way up the right side line, and he is safely aboard second base. I think Gleed thought that was going foul, and it stayed just fair. Looked like it had no chance initially. Really deceptive off the bat, but nice placed. Goes opposite field from Alex Lane, and it's a leadoff double for the Harbor Hawks. Garza asks for a new ball. Bucknam gets it back. Gleed now pinched in, waiting on the bunt from Brody Done, who's appearing for the first time today. Hyannis already down to the 7th spot in the lineup. Done, a really big stature, particularly for a catcher in that righty box, stands at 6'5". Bucknam checks the runner on a second, deals the first pitch. Huge cut and miss from Done for strike 1.
So both of our high home cameras are broken. So we are working on getting a new one. One broke in a storm, the other one just had the cord break. And so we are hoping over the next couple of innings that we should get our high home camera back. We moved our center field camera in behind the plate, and that should be up momentarily.
The 0-1 popped up into foul territory. Glede might have a play, but it travels into the bleachers. And instead it's strike 2, Donay down 0-2. Haven't seen the bunt attempt that YD was expecting.
So we appreciate the patience as we work through this.
It's likely because Donay, more of a power hitter, had 4 doubles, 12 home runs in the regular season at Virginia Tech. And ball 1 sails above the zone. I do believe he is just announced a recent transfer, I think, to the Florida Gators. A ball and 2 strikes. Lane on second. Bucknam set at the hips, checks the runner, kicks and deals. Just off the plate, a really nice pitch, sweeps just a little bit too far for ball 2, counts evened up. No outs as Donay's just the second batter of the inning for the Harbor Hawks. Eric Snow on deck, the second baseman. Choked up slightly on the bat. The 2-2 comes in and hits him. But our home plate umpire says either that he didn't move out of the way or that it was a foul ball off the knob of the bat. Donay thinks he was hit. Garza seems to be not quite sure what happened. We have a conversation right now between our 3 umpires, waiting on what the call will be. Count as of now is 2-2. And it has been decided that Donay was in fact hit, so he takes a base.
Next up, out of South Florida, number 3, Eric Snow.
Brings up Eric Snow, brings the force into play with 2 runners aboard for the Harbor Hawks. Snow out of the University of South Florida. Coach Pickler now wants a word with our officiating crew, as everyone else waits motionless for the conclusion of said meeting. Still going on. And the meeting has concluded. Snow awaits the first pitch of his at-bat, native of Forsyth, Georgia. 2023, batted .327 for the Bulls. 11 doubles, a triple, and 6 home runs to go along with it. Bucknam motionless, rotating the ball in his hand. Now brings the glove up, set, checks the lead runner. First pitch on the way, bunt is shown. Nice stop from Garza behind the plate on the slider, coming across to keep that in front, ball 1. Snow winds the bat a couple of times. The 1-0 bunt's shown again, this time popped up into the air. Garza has a play and makes the grab. Best situation for Bucknam, did a really nice job bringing it up and in on the batter. Snow was trying to lay it down, instead basically sacrifices himself for no reason. That's the first out. Runners don't advance, best case scenario for the Red Sox.
Yeah, it was a good job by Bucknam. If you know the batter's going to sell out to bunt, just throw that ball up high, try to raise his sights, and draw that pop-up.
Trey Lipsy, bottom of the order, the lefty out of OSU, takes a first pitch ball that drops below the knees. Lipsy, another of Hyannis' all-stars, not a starter, but was named an all-star in the outfield thanks to his defensive abilities, his speed, had a lot of stolen bases. One ball, no strikes, 1 gone. Top of the second, pitch on the way from Bucknam. The breaking ball drops inside for strike 1. Lipsy in 2022 was an all Big Ten freshman team selection. The 1-1 falls away. Regular infield with Hardy protecting Alex Lane at second. Darby slightly pulled over the third baseline, largely unprotected. Done on first as the 2-1 comes in. Popped up foul and out of play. Count evens up 2-2. Bucknam takes a long look at Hardy to collect signs. The inning-ending double play is a possibility with runners on first and second, if he can keep it in the infield. 2-2 on the way. Called strike 3, just curved into that outside half of the plate. Beautiful breaking movement from Micah. Bucknam gets the second out of the inning.
Backdoored it, and when that pitch is located like that, it's almost unhittable. Let's see, maybe could have fouled that off if he got a really late swing on it, but not much chance on a pitch like that.
Flips the order over already for Hyannis, with Nick Mitchell back in the lefty box. He 0-for-1 with a strikeout swinging against his former team, and he holds off on a first pitch fastball. Strike one. The right side of the infield's backed up, the left field slightly more in. Darby on the edge of the infield grass as the 0-1 comes in and is pushed foul right towards our faces, or where they'd be without the fence in front of us. Strike two. Mitchell, an all-star for the Harbor Hawks after starting the season here at YD, has been a real impact player in the leadoff spot. I got a chance to talk with Hyannis' field manager before the game. The 0-2 comes in, grounded up the middle. Hardy has it on the run, and the toss to Austin is not in time. Hardy was slipping as he tried to get it over to Austin instead of making the play at first. All the runners are safe on the fielder's choice. Bases are loaded with 2 gone for Zach Earhart.
I think that's the right idea there from Hardy. It's just a tough play coming one way and throwing the ball back the other way like that, and just kind of popped up his hands there.
Bases loaded for Earhart, who laid down a bunt single his first time at the plate. Bucknam fires the first pitch away from the zone for ball 1. That was scored as a hit. The outfield is shifted to the opposite side just slightly. The 1-0 curves into the zone for strike 1. Bucknam has so much horizontal break on the sliders, throws with a lot of speed on him too. Tough to hit when, as you said, Luke, located properly, as that one was. Counts 1-1 with 2 outs. And he paints the outside corner a second time for strike 2. Another strike could end the inning. Bucknam trim. And the umpire calls a balk. I actually didn't see Bucknam move at all. I really don't understand the call there. Luke, any insights?
I mean, it's...
So he balks a run home. Now the force is taken out, so the only play is at first, as Garza and RJ Austin come in from second to have a quick chat with their pitcher. Bucknam looked really confused, was motioning at the home plate umpire as if to say, what did I do? Earhart reset with the 1-2 count. Bucknam delivers. Pushed on the ground, backhand by Gleed. The toss to Bucknam, and he just beats out the runner to retire the side. But one comes across on that slightly controversial balk call. Hyannis leads 2-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second on the Cape League.
Stanford, number 15.
Braden Montgomery leads off the bottom of the second as Hyannis brought one more across. In the second, they have one in each of the first 2 innings. YD looking to bounce back. Starting off with Montgomery, who was hitless yesterday in his debut for the Red Sox. First pitch ball sails in high. The 1-0 right down the middle for strike one. Montgomery has been relatively conservative at the plate, has not been attacking early in the count. And he watches ball 2. Ball 3 comes in outside, and he is ahead in the count, 3-1. With Manny Garza on deck. Fouls off the 3-1 for strike 2 as Hodges, moving really quickly, just pushed the fastball in at the bottom of the zone. The payoff just above the zone. Not a bad pitch at all from Hodges, and a tough take from Montgomery, but it works out, and YD has a leadoff base runner aboard in the second.
Number 26, Manny Garza.
Garza fully rotated, now set. He takes a first pitch fastball. Montgomery bluffed over at first, but retreats. Garza has had a nice start, 1 for 4 with 2 walks. So the 0-1 popped up towards left field, coming over. Mitchell camped underneath it, makes the grab, and Montgomery retreats back to first.
Next up, out out of UC Irvine.
That ball a mile high in the air. Mitchell, with all the time in the world, makes the play, brings up Dub Gleed. YD just making their way to the bottom part of the order with Gleed in the 7 hole. First pitch hammered into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Lipsy keeps it in front. Montgomery advances. And Gleed starts his day off with a nice liner towards center.
Red Sox have gotten a couple of pieces of good contact off of Hodges here in the second. Only one of them goes for a hit, but chance to maybe tie up the ball game here now for Paxton Kling.
Kling out of LSU has become the regular center field guy. Always in the purple black gloves representing the Tigers. As a really nice curveball comes in for strike one. Nothing else to do but watch that pitch go by. Started off inches above the zone, finished right in the middle. Also running in on the batter. The 0-1, a similar pitch, can't find the drop. Brings the count to 1-1. Two runners aboard, 1-1 to Paxton Kling. Hodges fires just underneath for ball 2. The 2-1 misses way outside, and Kling is a ball away from loading the bases. I was going to say bases the loading, and I was like, that's not the phrase. Loading the bases with Theo Hardy on deck. And strike 2 just falls inside. Fastball on that inside corner brings the count full. It's a big momentum moment of the inning with the full count, 2 runners on and just 1 out. The payoff runs inside, ball 4, and Kling takes a base. Base is loaded with 1 gone. For Theo Hardy, YD finally at the bottom of the lineup. It's the shortstop out of San Jose State.
Number 11, Theo Hardy.
Hardy is a 1 for 15 with 3 RBIs, 3 walks. Through his first number of games, and the first pitch is bumped foul towards the bleachers for strike 1. Ball 2 flies away. Excuse me, ball 1 flies away on the second pitch of the at-bat. The middle infield slightly pinched in. The biggest gaps in the infield on the edges as it's flared into foul territory. No play, however, the count moves to 1-2. Pitch on the way, inside and a little bit high. Counts even at 2-2. YD has been doing a good job running up the pitch count on Hodges. He's up to 38 pitches. Bucknam only has 37 through the first 2. As the 2-2 bounces in the dirt. Nice stop from Done. Keeps it in front. It's a full count. A walk just as good of an outcome as anything else in this situation. Also quite deflating for the defensive team. And it's pushed foul. I think maybe even got a piece of it off himself. We will do it again at 3-2. A little bit of wind in the outfield. The flag is flying out towards right field. Now laying limply just as I started talking about it. Gusts coming here and there, but quiet. There's another 3-2 swung on and missed. Hardy goes down to one knee as 2 outs are gone for RJ Austin.
Next up, out of
Austin went
Vanderbilt,
down swinging
number
as well
9,
in his first time.
RJ Austin.
Cheers from the crowd as he steps into the righty box. And ball 1 is eyes level. Hodges a deep breath now. The pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 1. A ball and a strike to the righty out of Vanderbilt. Runs in, bounced up, stopped by Done. 2 balls.
Done's been a strong backstop in this inning for Hodges. He's been wild. A lot of stuff in the dirt that's bouncing in that Done has done a good job to stop.
The 2-1, a curve drops in the zone for strike 2. Hodges really taking his time here for the 2-2. Now fires, popped up and out of play. Austin lives to see another day. Another 2-2. Chopped on the ground towards third. Smith will take it himself. YD leaves the bases loaded. As we head to the top of the third, the score is still 2-0 Harbor Hawks at Red Wilson Field. Cam Smith leads off the top of the third for the Harbor Hawks. Second time through the order, Smith in the 3 spot. He takes a first pitch fastball on that outside half of the plate. Bucknam nods glove at the face. And the 0-1 is grounded towards third. Darby has it on the hop, and the throw is scooped by Gleed in time to retire the runner for out number 1.
Feels like Bucknam's gotten a little bit unlucky in each of these first 2 innings in giving up a run. The first inning could have potentially been ground out, turned into a base hit that led to an eventual run. In the last inning, there was that balk before he retired the side. See if he can get a clean one here in the third. Keep this close.
Fresh count for Zach York. And strike 1 is over the outside half. Grounded out his first time. Bucknam delivers, and it falls low and away, counts 1-1. York hammers it on the ground into center field, just through the gap. Clean piece of hitting for the 1-out single. Hyannis with a runner aboard. They've had at least one in every inning so far. Elijah Hainline 0 for 1 with a ground out. Watches a first pitch ball, drops inside. The 1-0 rolled towards short, could be 2. Hardy has 1 at second. The throw to first well in time. That ends the inning. A nice play by the YD infield hangs the first 0 of the day. Heading to the bottom half, it's Perri, Kitei, and Luke West Poley on the Cape League Broadcast Network. Xander Darby in the 2 spot, leading off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 3rd. put up the first 0 of the day in the top half. Now looking to rebound, facing a 2-run deficit. First pitch from Hodges misses at the top for ball 1. 5 hits for the Harbor Hawks, just 1 so far for the Red Sox. That curve from Hodges has been deadly so far today as it drops in the outside corner for strike 1. Strike 2 over that outside half as well. Now Darby finds himself behind. Hodges delivers ball 2 low in the righty box. Counts even. This one flared foul and out of play into the hills. Might have landed on someone's leg out there. Hope everybody's okay. Counts still same, 2-2. And ball 3 just misses below the zone. A nice take from Darby, has the count full. Payoff on the way. The curve again falls into that inside corner. Hodges, that is his go-to pitch, and it has been located to perfection today as he gets Darby looking.
He's almost half and half between fastball and breaking ball, and that's his pitch to get the strikeout that he's been throwing all day.
Strike 1 comes in on the bottom part of the zone to Stafford. He walked in his first plate appearance. And the second pitch comes in and hits him on the arm, wears it like a champ. Second free pass of the day for the catcher, and he is safely aboard first.
Out of Mississippi State, number 44, Hunter Hines.
Hunter Hines at the plate representing the tying run. He was rung up his first time around, one of 2 strikeout-looking victims. 4 strikeouts overall for Hodges through the first 2 and 3rd. The first pitch is popped up into foul territory, but no play as it sails over the Hyannis dugout for strike 1. Hodges working out of the stretch. Stafford has a big lead. And the 0-1 flies away. The 1-1 curve, that's his pitch. Another nicely located one, drops on the inside half. And Hines down again, 1-2. The fastball crushed up the first baseline on a line, but unfortunately foul for the lefty swinger. Ball 2 flies above the zone. No dropping movement. Hines, as always, showing patience and discipline at the plate. That one was head level. Stafford ready to go. And the first pickoff we've seen towards first. The 2-2 hit well out towards right field. Earhart coming over, and he's underneath it for the second out of the inning. Hung up there a little bit too long, gave Earhart just enough time to jog over there and make the grab as Hines goes down on the line out to bring up Braden Montgomery.
Yeah, it was pure muscle to get that one that deep from Hines. He was out in front and underneath that ball, had enough strength to get it out to the mid outfield.
Montgomery walked his first time around. And ball one runs inside on the hitter. Still looking for his first hit on the Cape. Played his first game for YD yesterday. Came here after a quick trip with the USA Collegiate National Team. The 1-0 chopped foul off himself. Hit his foot. Very hard, made its way all the way to the middle infield. A ball and a strike to the righty out of Stanford, but currently in the transfer portal. The 1-1 runs inside, sneaks out of the way. Two and one to Montgomery. And ball three sails at the shoulders. The pitch just falls in the inside half the plate for strike two. Front doored in and around the batter, and Montgomery has the count full with two gone, one runner aboard. And ball four, high and away. Montgomery walks for the second time today, and Manny Garza has two on, one in scoring position.
You're YD, you gotta start taking advantage of these free passes that Hodges has dealt out. There's 5 of them now through 3 innings, and you're still yet to put a run on the board. You've only got 1 hit so far.
Garza flew out to left in his first time around. He takes ball one, and Brody Donay wants a chat with Hodges. YD has done a lot of damage on 2 outs this season. It's maybe when they're at their most dangerous, if they can start to string together a couple of free passes, a couple of hits. They build really well off each other, as we have a coach coming out of the dugout. Garza taking a couple of practice hacks. It's a mostly overcast day, but the sun is coming from behind us where the skies are clear. So over the field, it's cloudy, but the sun has now broken onto the field. It's a hot one today. Our mound meeting has finally broken up. Over 80 degrees and dead air, no wind. The runners take their leads, a ball and no strikes. And the strike one curve drops in there as Garza holds off. Rolled foul on the third base side, strike two. Garza flares it to right field. That's a base hit. Stafford coming around. The throw to home is in time. Perfectly placed. Stafford tried to go for it, and Donay was there to put on the tag. YD once again strands a couple. Play at the plate ends the inning, and we head to the top of the fourth. Hyannis leads 2-0 on the Cape League broadcast.
Back at Red Wilson Field, 2-0 our score with Hyannis leading YT in the top of the 4th inning. Alex Lane, the Northeastern Husky, leads off for Hyannis. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a run, the second of 2 that Hyannis scored. One in each of the first couple of innings. Micah Bucknam back out on the bump for YD. Pumps a fastball by him for strike 1. He's got a large frame out there on the field, 6'5", 230. From Andover, Massachusetts. Takes a strike in the outer corner, 0-2. Bucknam not a super strikeout heavy pitcher and only has 2 of them so far. Has elicited the weak contact. The last inning he worked was his cleanest. Got through it in 3 batters after giving up a 1-out hit. 0-2, cut on and missed, strike 3. And Lane is retired.
Next up, out of Virginia Tech, number 29, Brody Donay.
Brody Donay got hit by a pitch his first time up at the plate. He is back now for his second plate appearance. Bases empty, 1 gone. Donay out of Virginia Tech. Transferring out. Fouled off on the first offering. Bucknam pitching to his future SEC mate. And Brody Donay going from the ACC to the SEC. Transfer into the national finalist Florida Gators. 0-1 in the pitch. Can't find the front door. It's a ball and a strike. Pitcher out there in the YD bullpen is stretching, but no throwing has started up yet. Bucknam has thrown 49 pitches so far. Deals the 1-1 outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Shockingly more than Hodges, who's already above 70 pitches. He's kept YD scoreless, but that pitch count is sky high.
Hodges has given up just 2 hits, but has walked 4 batters and also hit 1. Dealt with a lot of activity on the bases, but has kept YD shut out through 3, the 2-1. Broken bat liner on the left side. It's fielded on a hop at short by Hardy. Throws a long way onto first, and Doug Gleed has it for the second out. Split decision there for Hardy. Thought about coming in on it, but ended up trusting his arm and making that play deep in the hole. 2 gone for Eric Snow. He tried to bunt his last time up and ended up with a catcher pop out. This time he'll likely be swinging with nobody on. Crowd filing in as we make our way through the middle innings. Just over an hour of game time so far. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball in the dirt from Snow, 0-1. Snow came in hitting .250, 15 runs batted in. He takes the ball 1-1. The 15 RBIs place him 3rd on the team, trailing Cam Smith and Brody Donay, who have 16 and 17 respectively. A ball and a strike from Bucknam. This one lined into left field. That's a base hit. So Snow extends the inning, and Hyannis continues the streak of base runners in every inning through the first 4 now. Brings up the 9-hitter in Ohio State Buckeye, Trey Lipsy, who got rung up back in the 2nd inning with 2 runners on. Lipsy chops the first pitch up the middle. R.J. Austin going to race to the bag, and he steps on second before Snow gets there, and that retires the side. Pretty quick and easy despite the 2-out hit from Micah Bucknam. He keeps his pitch count low and hangs a second straight 0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 Hyannis here on the Cape League broadcast. New pitcher takes the ball for Hyannis. David Case, a recent acquisition, the left-hander out of Grand Canyon. He will take over for Bradley Hodges, who got through 3 scoreless innings with Hyannis out to a 2-0 lead. YD has had plenty of activity on the bases. So far, they have stranded 6 in 3 innings. Still yet to find the scoreboard. David Case will be transferring into Grand Canyon, played at El Camino College in California this spring, California JUCO. That came after he started his freshman year in 2022 for the Oregon State Beavers. Case going into his junior year, lefty native of Pasadena, California. He's pitched in a couple of games so far for Hyannis. Hasn't been here a full week yet, but already 2 appearances, an inning and 2/3 against Brewster. Did not give up any runs, just 1 hit. And got the winning decision 4 days ago, his last time out against Bourne, in 1 inning of scoreless ball. Go-to guy for Eric Beatty's team that does not have a ton of lefties on staff. They've got 4 of them total. And they will turn things over to the southpaw here in the 4th as YD, who's mustered up just 2 hits to begin this game, looks to turn things around offensively. Doug Gleed has 1 of those 2 hits and is only at bat so far. And he is at the plate. Scorched one up the middle for a base knock back in inning number 2. Gleed rolls the first pitch foul over towards the YD dugout.
Gleed's average has been climbing over the past week. He's been seeing the ball better, has 10 hits total on the season, but a good part of those have come in recent games.
0-1 pitch. Swings over the top of the breaking ball. And he's down 0-2. Gleed has been great at first base defensively for YD this season. Check swings at the 0-2, and they say he went around. That's strike 3. So Gleed retired on strikes. The first for David Case. And there's 1 gone in the 4th.
Next up, out of LSU, number 14, Paxton Kling.
Paxton Kling, one of the free pass victims of the day. He walked in his only plate appearance so far.
Bradley Hodges walked 4 batters. First pitch is off the plate for ball 1. He also hit 1, 5 total free passes for the Virginia Cavalier in 3 innings of work. He gave up 2 hits, struck out 3. but managed to keep the most important category at 0, that being the runs. Breaking ball drops low there, 2-0. Two-0 pitch to Kling. Fastball in the outer corner, stings it for strike 1. Kling still ahead, 2-1, exclusively out of the stretch. Case deals. Breaking ball drops down low. It's 3 balls and a strike. Still trying to locate up that breaking ball. Kling hitting .208 coming into this one, 5 for 24. Pitch on the way. Chases after one, hits it pretty well out towards center field. Lipsy drifting back at the warning track. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That ball carried pretty well, but looked like it was going to be playable the whole time. Quickly 2 gone. YD has also had base runners in every inning, as Hyannis says on their side of things. Theo Hardy looking to keep that streak going. 2 outs. And the YD bat's fruitless so far here in the 4th. Hardy 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Got a quick time call by Carmen Parati, our home plate umpire. Now we're all set to go. Hardy takes the first pitch strike. In a different spot than normal in the batting lineup. He's been in the 2-hole pretty much the whole time. He was also the leadoff batter against Kitei in his debut. So he takes the ball down. 1-1. He's not had a rest day since he has began playing for YD. He's been in the lineup every day since. First time batting the bottom of the order, hitting 9th today. 1-1 is zipped low, 2 balls and a strike.
The YD infield, particularly the middle infield, is so stacked. I mean, you have Brady Day and Max Vieira both on the bench today. Ryan Jackson as well has had really good glove work.
2-1 pitch, he squares the bunt. That one got our home plate umpire. Nods his head that he's all right, and it's 3 balls and a strike. And mentioned a little bit yesterday, all that talent in the infield coming when on the roster there were only 2 outfielders. The odd man out today is number 5. You're watching YD Baseball on the Cape League broadcast.
Now batting out of Western Illinois,
Top of the 5th inning here from Red Wilson Field. 2-0 our score. Hyannis in front of YD. Nick Mitchell is 1 for 2 on the day. Former Red Sox. Struck out swinging in the first and singled in the second. Hits this one on the ground over towards second, curling towards R.J. Austin. He makes the simple play, 4-3 for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Micah Bucknam, who gave up a 2-out hit in the last inning, but got the side retired following that on a fielder's choice. For that, faced 3 batters in 1 inning. To the middle of the order for Hyannis. Gave up a 1-out hit and induced a double play.
Part of the reason Bucknam's kept his pitch count so low today is he hasn't given up a walk yet through 4 1/3 innings. Still only around 55 pitches today.
First pitch drops low. The only free pass he's issued was the hit by pitch on Brody Done, but no real lengthy at-bats against Bucknam to this point. Earhart is 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run in the first. 1-0. Falls right down the heart for strike 1. This one hit in the air, center field. Paxton Kling racing in. R.J. Austin dropping back, and he's the one to make the catch from second. And that's the second out of the inning. Ball looked decent off the bat, but a lot of backspin and didn't end up carrying that far into the outfield. R.J. Austin was helped out by the shift. He was backed up into the grass already and covered the rest of the ground to put away the second out. Cam Smith trying to keep the inning alive for Hyannis, who have not gone down without a base runner yet in this game. Smith goes after the first pitch off the end of the bat into right. Should be playable for Montgomery, and he makes the two-handed catch to retire the side. Halfway home from Red Wilson Field, a couple of quick innings. It's still 2-0 Harbor Hawks over the Red Sox. When we come back, the top of the order will be at the plate for YD. R.J. Austin leads off here in the Cape. Into the second half of this one, in the bottom of the fifth, the Red Sox went down 1-2-3 for the first time all game in the fourth. Top of the order will look to right the ship here in the fifth. R.J. Austin looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. David Case back out for his second inning of work out of the bullpen. Future Grand Canyon Antelope deals a first pitch way outside for ball 1.
Couple of slow ones at the beginning, and since then this game's been flying by. That last one was maybe 15 pitches total between the two.
One-0 pitch, and it's on the corner for strike 1. Bottom of the fourth inning took just 2 minutes. The top of the fifth inning only lasted 5 pitches with Hyannis at the plate. 1-1 to Austin. Grounder up the middle, over the bag, sliding stop at second by Snow, but he's got no play. He has to put it in his pocket. R.J. Austin will get the infield single. Really nice stop from the second baseman for Hyannis, but that ball looked like a single the whole way. And Austin's got his first base hit. Xander Darby up to the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. He's also looking for his first trip to the base pads hitless, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Austin testing out the right ankle a little bit after that last play. A little bit scary there for YD as Austin is already coming off an ankle injury from just a few days ago, but he looks like he's okay to play through it for now, and he will take a couple steps off first base as the first pitch will come into Darby. And it bounces low for ball one. Austin still feeling well enough to bluff towards second there. A ball and no strikes to Xander.
Austin had a week off from July 8th to July 15th, dealing with that ankle injury. Came back recently.
Throw over is not in time. Close play, likely closer than Austin intended for it to be. It looked like he tripped a little bit on his way back to the base, but he did get in there. 1-0 pitch, bunt is up, and it's put down up the third base line. A high hopper waiting for it to go foul. Done will watch it drift left of the line.
Unlucky bounce for Darby. Looked good off the bat. The spin just took it out of play.
Done makes the right read. Would have been a very low percentage play if there was even a play at all at first. Darby probably would have beaten that out if it stayed fair, but Done knew to wait for it to go foul. Ball and a strike to Darby with a runner on first and nobody out. Get time called. Runner bluffs, and Case will throw over. Caught Austin leaning, maybe taking a step towards second base there, but didn't look like a real move for Austin to run on the pitch. More so just trying to draw some attention. Case deals, swing and a miss from Darby. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Digs back in. Another throw over. Saw Micah Bucknam pay for throwing over after a couple of close plays back in the first inning with Zach Earhart on base. Threw it by first base. Darby wraps this one foul on the first base side. Still 1-2. Pitch on the way. Outside, back pick to first is high and away, and no chance for first baseman Alex Lane there. So if the intention for R.J. Austin is to try to get pitcher and catcher to be thinking about him, and Case and Done, he's done well. 2-2 pitch misses just down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Xander Darby. So we'll see a payoff pitch. The count is full. Case fires. This one grounded and just foul on the first base side. YD Faithful wanted that one to be fair, but it definitely missed the bag by about a foot or so. So nothing will change as Darby waits in on another full count offering. R.J. Austin taking his time, going back towards first base. He was running with contact. Another payoff. This one lined up the line in right field. That's a base hit, and it's going to carry to the wall. Austin loses the helmet. He motors to third. Throw comes in quickly. Excellently played by Zach Earhart to prevent a run, but it is a double for Xander Darby, and that puts the tying run in scoring position for YD.
That was just an excellent bat all around from Darby. Fouling it off, runs the count full, and finally hard contact up the line. Can't ask for a better at bat. Nobody gone. Best opportunity YD's had to come across the plate today.
After their quietest inning at the plate, YD now threatening the most they have all game.
Austin was flying around the bag. One of those hits where you know on contact it's going to drop, so you don't have to wait to see where it goes. You can just go full steam ahead.
And that's why I was so surprised to see him not get waved on home, but it was the right decision. It was played really quickly out in right field by Zach Earhart. The way Austin was moving, I thought for sure he was going to score from first on a double, but Earhart got it in quick. Stafford will be relied on for the RBI. First pitch to him. He lifts it foul and out of play on the right side. Hunter Hines on deck for YD. The big bat in the circle for the Red Sox. Stafford has been at the plate for 2 free passes so far. He was thrown out trying to score a run in the third. Beautiful backdoor breaking ball to move the count at 2-0-2. Stafford was coming around from second on a base hit by Manny Garza, and he was gunned by a couple of steps. A walk and a hit by pitch for him so far, looking to put a ball in play for the first time. 0-2. This one grounded up the middle, base hit. Austin scores. Here comes Xander Darby. Throw comes to the plate. That allows Ryan Stafford to take second. He will take a turn around the base looking for third, but now he will retreat. It's an RBI single for Ryan Stafford. And he moves up to second on the throw home. And it's a tie ball game.
It's what we've been waiting for all day. We said it before. Once this team gets the hits going, they string them together like no other team I've seen in the league. They feed off each other's energy. You said Stafford would be relied upon for the RBI, and he comes through. So YD ties things up here in the 6th, the 5th.
First chance to take the lead for the Red Sox with Hunter Hines at the plate, and still nobody out in the inning. Good part of the order, and Hines followed by Montgomery and Garza for the Red Sox. Hines takes a strike, painted on the outer corner, 0-1. No balls and a strike as the pitch comes in. Hines check swings. Pitch misses outside. It's even at a ball and a strike. That grounder up the middle, it would have definitely scored both runs, but Lipsy out in center kind of fumbled around with it before he was going to make the throw, but already had his decision made as to where he was going to throw, which was home. Hines tips the 1-1 foul. By the time he got rid of the ball, it probably would have been best to just throw to the cutoff man. That would have held Stafford at first, but because he was already planning on throwing home and then had some issues getting the ball out of his glove, he set his feet, fired it into the plate, and that allowed the runner to move up into scoring position. 1-2 to Hines, high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braden Montgomery on deck. Came into this inning as one of 2 Red Sox. He, along with Ryan Stafford, that had 2 plate appearances and 2 free passes. 2-2, a check swing, the appeal to third, and he held back, according to Tom Ryberg, third base umpire. The count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Hines. The pitch, swing and a miss. He went chasing up high above the shoulders. And Hines down on strikes for the second time. He falls to 0 for 3. All is not lost for YD in terms of their hopes to take the lead in this inning. A runner on second and just 1 out still for Braden Montgomery. As now the coach comes out of the dugout for Hyannis. Looks like a pitcher over on the right side is awaiting the call to the bullpen potentially, and the ball is going to be taken from Case, and the call will be made. Hyannis will flip the arm slot back over to a righty, and they will take over with a runner on second and one out to face Braden Montgomery. When we come back in a newly tied game, it's 2-2 after the 2 RBI single from Ryan Stafford, the Red Sox. A chance to take the lead when we return. You're watching YD Baseball on the The Armenteros Red Sox want to thank Cape Cod Veterinary Specialists for sponsoring this broadcast. Cape Cod Veterinary Specialists provide premier emergency and specialty care for your beloved companions. They are located in Dennis and Buzzards Bay and are open 24 hours a day. Well, Hyannis is bringing one of the top guys out of their bullpen, and YD's going to have to face the nastiest slider in the Cape League. Darren Horn out of Coastal Carolina takes the ball for Eric Beatty's club. Runner on second with one away for Braden Montgomery. YD has tied this game here in the bottom of the fifth as Darren Horn makes his way in, the righty in relief of David Case, who in an inning and a third, 3 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs so far. He's responsible for the runner on second. Darren Horn, the junior out of Bluffton, South Carolina, making his 7th appearance, the 3rd against YD. Deals the first pitch to Montgomery, a fastball cut on and missed for strike 1.
Horn's usually a starter for Hyannis. This is an absolute shutdown move, bringing him out of the bullpen in a tie ball game. Eric Beatty is taking this one very seriously.
This pitch on the way, the check swing. The ball squirts through the legs of Brody Done, and that will move up Ryan Stafford to third. That ball got way up the right side, all the way to the dugout. And now a ball in play. Doesn't have to be a hit. Could be in the outfield, could be a hard grounder. That could potentially bring in the go-ahead run, as Hyannis is going to bring the infield in. Horn has come in relief against YD before, back on July 5th. 2 innings of work. 1-1 pitch. Montgomery swings and misses. That was the slider, and it's 1-2. His slider rotates at 3,300 RPM, which is way, way, way more than anyone else in the Cape League. If you follow the TrackMan analytics that they post often, the 1-2 is off the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hyannis Analytics also operates a Twitter page where they show all their pitching analytics. The 2-2 drops low, and the spin rate is all Darren Horn at the top of the leaderboard with that slider. He's got the count full on Braden Montgomery. Manny Garza on deck, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Hyannis pitching. And Manny Garza trying to prevent stranding a runner that was in scoring position with nobody out. 2 gone as Hyannis can now bring the infield back. Garza takes the ball low. Big secondary lead from Ryan Stafford, but Done had it blocked down, and it's 1-0. Garza is 1 for 2, a fly out and a single for him. Ball and no strikes as the pitch comes in. It's wrapped first base side. It stays fair, and Alex Lane has it and trots it over the bag himself to end the inning. But YD gets 3 hits in the 2 RBI single from Ryan Stafford, knots us up at 2. We head to the 6th inning, and we are tied from Red Wilson Field. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the Cape League broadcast. Front end of the 6th inning, and it is a tie ball game from Red Wilson Field. The Red Sox picked up a pair in the bottom of the 5th, and it is 2-2 as Micah Bucknam retakes the mound. He's pitched well for YD. Gave up those 2 runs, 1 in each of the first 2 innings, and has worked 3 scoreless frames since. Feels like he probably deserved to be in this spot where he's no longer in line for the loss as of right now, with YD tying the game up. Leadoff hitter is Zach York. He is 1 for 2. Base hit his last time. Takes a breaking ball down and in, 1-0.
Couple defensive subs for the Red Sox. Austin moved out to left field. Stafford now behind the plate, and Brady Day has come in at second base.
So Manny Garza, who finished that last inning at the plate, as the 1-0 is rolled foul on the right side. Gets his final at-bat and checks out of the game. This has been commonplace from coaching staff over these last few days as Garza's made his first couple of appearances. They ease him into the summer after a dormant month from Manny Garza following his college season. 1-1 pitch to York off the end of the bat towards second. Coming up with it, Brady Day throws to first, or I beg your pardon, that was Xander Darmy, but he makes the play for the first out. YD was shifted.
Next up, out of Wazoo, number 9, Elijah Hainline.
Hainline, 2 ground outs today, 0 for 2.
Corners further in than the middle of the infield, and now they will back out for YD as the first pitch comes in. Rises up high for ball 1. From the wind, the 1-0 pitch. This one lined out towards center, charging in. Paxton Kling makes the catch, and that's the second out of the inning. Kling was shadowed towards the right center gap and had a longer run than usual to get to that ball, but he made the play, and there are 2 gone for Alex Lane. Whitey bullpen still does not have anyone throwing, and Bucknam's only at 66 pitches right now. If he could efficiently get through Alex Lane, that would maybe open him up for an opportunity to return for the 7th. First pitch sails high and away for ball 1. Lane has doubled and scored. He's also struck out swinging. Strikeout coming more recently in the 4th inning to lead it off. Base is empty with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. Just off the inner part of the plate, 2-0. Bucknam shakes one. Now he grabs, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. Nubbed foul, 2-1. Whitey and the home whites, they're wearing the camo hats for the first time all year. Those just came in. They're supposed to be worn with the Red Shirt Friday uniforms, but they just got them, so they're wearing them today. 2 balls and a strike to Alex Lane. Red Sox will be on the road for the Red Shirt Friday this week. They'll be at Brewster following a trip to Chatham tomorrow. 2-1 is lined over to short, and it is right at Theo Hardy, who makes the catch. And that retires the side. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings from Micah Bucknam, who's only gotten better as this game has gone along. It's 2-2 between the Red Sox and the Harbor Hawks. Back in a moment, bottom 3 in the order due up for YD on the Cape League broadcast. Two-two our score in the bottom of the 6th inning from Red Wilson Field. Luke West Poley with Perri Kitei. Bottom 3 in the order coming up for Whitey. Dub Glee leads off. He's 1 for 2. Red Sox collected 2 runs in the last inning to tie up the game after trailing 2-0 since the 2nd. New pitcher into the game. It's Carter Lavaz for Hyannis. First pitch runs over the inner part of the plate for strike 1. Lavaz from Midlothian, Virginia, plays at William and Mary. It's a first-team All-CAA selection from this season, and the next pitch rather, the 0-1 drops down low. It's a ball and a strike. Part of a staff at William & Mary that finished top 10 in the country in season ERA. 1-1, rolled foul. He's thrown 11 2/3 innings on Cape Cod this summer, 4.63 ERA, and 8 strikeouts for the righty. Holds the William & Mary school record for saves in his first 2 seasons. He had 12 of them. Scalede fouls that one off, and it's still 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Whitey's offense has been clicking in this game, but they were yet to get over the hump until that 5th. 1-2, high chopper towards second. Snow plays it on a couple hops and throws a seed onto first for the first out of the inning.
Next up,
It'll bring up Paxton Kling.
Number 14, Paxton Kling.
Kling has walked and flown out to center field. Scott Pickler giving him a swing mechanics demonstration over at third as he steps into the righty box. First pitch dives outside for ball 1 against Kling. So Darren Horn came into the game just to shut down the last inning for Hyannis. Did not go much further. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Horn, one of the most valuable arms in that Hyannis bullpen. So they'll get to save him. He could theoretically pitch tomorrow if Hyannis needed him to, as strike 2 falls in there to Paxton Kling. 1-2 the count to the LSU Tiger. Takes off the plate, 2-2.
The sun has stayed out for a couple of innings now. It's become a really nice night. One of the most crowded nights at Red Wilson we've seen, probably the most crowded since the 4th of July week. The line at concessions was miles long.
2-2 is in there for strike 3. Kling takes one right down the plate. Lavaz records his first strikeout, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th as Theo Hardy will make his way up, trying to break an 0-for-2 day. This is definitely one of the more crowded games of the season, I would say, that is not a weekend game, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. For a Wednesday night, I mean, this is as good as we've seen at Red Wilson. Hardy squares the bunt as the pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. That'll force Cam Smith in over at third base, towing the infield grass. Pitch misses high and away there, 2-0. Hardy looking for his second hit as a member of the Red Sox. Came in 1 for 12 after being inserted into this Whitey lineup. Fouls that pitch back, 2-1. His first hit came in his second at-bat in his first game against the Kitei Kettleers. He's been productive. He's laid down bunts. He's walked, but still yet to really rack up big numbers in the hit category. 2-1. And he rips it right side, high hopper. It's off the glove of Lane. Still maybe a chance as the throw is in time at first from Snow to Lane. It's a 3-4-3 putout, and that retires the inning. So the Red Sox go down in order. They'll have the top of the order coming up in the 7th, but first we will see, it looks like a new pitcher on the mound that will take over for Micah Bucknam. That when we come back, 2-2 our score between Hyannis and YD. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the Cape League.
Top of the 7th and a new pitcher on the mound for YD. Bucknam could have come back out, but playing it on the safer side, Landon Beidelshees has taken over. Beidelshees, one of 2 all-star pitchers in the Red Sox bullpen. And he deals a first pitch fastball that's swung on and missed by Done. I had the chance to talk to YD's pitching coach earlier about Beidelshees as he kicks and deals ball 1. Talked about how his fastball and his slider are his most dangerous pitches. As the 0-1 falls away, or that's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Done swings away for strike 2. The shift is in play with 3 to the left side of second. That's Done's pull side. Galid, the lone Red Sox between first and second, the 2-2. A called strike 3. Done turned away as if to move away from it, but Beidelshees paints that inside corner and retires Done for the first out.
Yeah, Beidelshees has just been an innings eater out of the bullpen for YD. He's now sort of moved into that closer type role for the Red Sox with the departure of Cole Hillier.
First pitch ball dealt to Eric Snow, who's 1 for 2. Fly out and a single. That one went right up the middle. Ball 2 flies away. Snow bumps it foul off Stafford's face mask. He gets a nice pat on the head from the home plate umpire, checking in to make sure everything is okay. It's always scary to see it off the face mask. The 2-2 flown out towards right center, and Braden Montgomery jogs over to make the grab for the second out of the inning. Just 8 pitches for Beidelshees so far. Trey Lipsy in the 9th spot, trying to extend the inning, put a runner on base. College teammates, these two, over at Ohio State. As the first pitch ripped into right field, and that's a base hit. So Trey Lipsy wins the Buckeye battle on the first pitch. Just sneaks it through that 3-4 hole.
Next up, out of Western.
Seen him before, might as well be aggressive. Obviously, Lipsy's going to know what's coming and went after the first pitch. Beidelshees, though, has been a guy this season that when runners have been on base against him, he's very strikeout heavy. He doesn't really get phased by it, and so wouldn't be surprised to see him seem just as comfortable, even though there is a runner on first now and he's coming out of the stretch.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lipsy go here. He's a guy that has talked before about how much he thinks stealing bases is an important part of the game. He aims for 30 stolen bases in a college season. As the changeup drops just inside for ball 1 on Nick Mitchell at the top of the order. We haven't seen a stolen base attempt from either team today, as the 1-0 drops low.
And it looks like Beidelshees is pretty conscious of keeping Lipsy close over there on first. The lead isn't huge, and being a lefty, he's got a really good look. If Lipsy tries to steal a step, he's going to throw over like that. That's the thing with a lot of the lefties, is when you have such a good look, you're not often throwing over to try and get an out. Just keep the runner close. If he takes an extra step on you, just lob it over and make him run back, and just keep doing that until the lead is small enough where you feel comfortable to throw home.
Lipsy still shuffling out as the 2-0 comes in and nails him right on the back of the arm. Mitchell takes first on the free pass from Beidelshees.
Next up, out of Oklahoma State, number 4, Zach.
Earhart 1 for 3 with that bunt single in the first, since then hitless. 2 runners on, 2 out. It's been scoreless here for the last inning. YD evened it up 2-2 in the 5th. Since then, neither team has really even threatened. This is the closest Hyannis has been. First pitch just above the zone for ball 1. The Oklahoma State Cowboy. In 2022, he was a Big 12 all-freshman team. He calls time to reset himself. He was a unanimous selection. He led the team a lot of different stats: stolen bases, longest on base streak. Was drafted out of high school in the 13th round by the Boston Red Sox, but opted out to attend college. The 1-0 flies inside, and Stafford manages to keep it in front. Almost a second hit batter in a row, but Earhart jumps out of the way, counts 2-0. Tedeschi fires, bumped foul for strike 1. And it's hammered into left field. Austin coming over on it. Lipsy has the go-ahead. The throw comes in. It won't be on time. Cut off by Darby as Earhart rounds first quickly over. Excuse me, no, that's Mitchell on second still. But Earhart RBI single. Lipsy was on that from the jump. Had plenty of time to come around.
And Whitey got punished a little bit there for defensive positioning, as he's just a little bit unlucky. Xander Darby was playing in closer to the bag. If he's backed up there, he probably has a better chance to catch that line drive, but less reaction time and a worse angle at it playing closer in.
Smith flies it out towards left. That should be it, and it is, as Austin takes a couple of steps to get underneath it. Hyannis brings one across, and they take the lead. It's 3-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th. We'll be back after the stretch on the Cape League broadcast. Bottom of the 7th, top of the lineup for RJ Austin, as YD's fallen behind 3-2 thanks to the RBI single from Zach Earhart. Carter Levaz back on the mound. Levaz deals a first pitch strike. Runs inside on Austin, almost hits him, but gets out of the way for ball one. Austin 1 for 3. The 1-1. Can't find that outside corner, so 2 balls, 1 strike for the Commodore. On the ground towards short, backhanded by Hainline, the throw in time, and Austin can't leg it out for the first out of the inning.
That's as tough of a play you're going to see on a routine-looking ground ball. That was silky smooth from Hainline, coming around that ball and throwing to first. Made that look a lot easier than it actually was.
There's a reason he was selected to be in the All-Star game, one of the few utility players. It's because he's been in the middle infield at short and second. Darby swings away out towards center field on the first pitch, sprinting back, making the grab on the run is Trey Lipsy, as Darby is robbed of a double in the gap to gone.
Next up, out of Cal Poly, number 7, Ryan Stafford.
Ryan Stafford responsible for both of the Red Sox runs today. Back at the plate, he's 1 for 1, has reached 2 more times, walked and was hit by a pitch. Shows bunt and pulls back for a first pitch called strike. This one popped up into foul territory, no play. That's strike 2. The 0-2 on the way. Falls outside for ball 1. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreboard not updated at the moment, but the 2-2 in the gap on the left side, and Ryan Stafford, as his second base hit of the day, has reached in all 4 plate appearances. How about that day from the YD catcher?
Next up, out of Mississippi State, number
Yeah, he's been really strong since coming back from Team USA camp. His batting average when he came back was a lot lower than I remembered it being, but he's bringing it back up with performances like this. Tremendous talent of Ryan Stafford.
Hunter Hines represents the go-ahead run at the plate. First pitch from Levaz. Swung on. Hines tried to check it a little too late. Goes around for strike 1. Oh, and 1 to the Mississippi State lefty. So the pickoff comes in towards first, and Stafford is diving back, hands in there. Hines lays off as ball 1 runs inside. It's been close throughout, as it has been between these 2 teams. 1-1 bumped foul, Hines just on top of it. Down a ball and 2 strikes as he kicks around some dirt in that lefty box.
Levaz has that pitch that he just threw with a little bit of life to it, and Hines was grimacing a little bit as he stepped out of the box. Likely carried it underneath his bat when he thought he had that pitch barreled.
The 1-2 swung through and missed. Strike 3 ends the inning. Hyannis keeps their lead as we go to the top of the 8th. You're watching YD Baseball on the Cape League Top of the 8th, Zach York leading off for the Harbor Hawks. He's 1 for 3, 2 groundouts, and a single as the shift is immediately put into play. 3 on the left side, the right side of the bag. Theo Hardy also over there towards the second base bag as the first pitch is flared foul, actually towards the opposite field. There is an unbelievable amount of space. If York even just laid a bunt down the third baseline, he would reach easily. But instead he swings away, just gets a piece of it for strike 2. Tedeschi's back, he fires outside, 1-2.
Was one of the arguments against banning the shift in the MLB was if you don't like the shift coming to your pull side, just bunt away from it. Bunt it up to the opposite field.
Ball 2 flies away. Nice stop from Stafford. Not that there's anyone on who would take advantage of a pass ball. 2-2. And it's hit towards the shift perfectly to the glove of Brady Day in shallow right field. Can't ask for a better ending than that. Analytics doing their job as YD jogs back to their regular position. Brady Day didn't even have to move, and that would be a hit in any other field positioning, but that's how you know. Numbers are doing their thing. Strike 1 comes into Elijah Hainline.
I don't know if I've ever seen a ball hit that perfectly into the shift before. I mean, no movement, nothing. It was hit right at him.
0-1 hits him. Second hit batter from Tedeschi, and Hainline will take a base.
Next up, out of Northeastern, number 41, Alex Lane.
Alex Lane, 1 for 3. He doubled in the first inning. And he watches the off speed sneak in there for strike 1. Slow pickoff, keeping the runner at bay over at first. The sun continues to set. It's become a beautiful, beautiful night here. Cooling off just a little bit as the 0-1 drops low. Swing and a miss from Lane brings the count to 1-2. Hyannis brought one across in the 7th for the first time since the 2nd, looking to add some insurance runs with the second half of the YD order coming up. We'll see Brady Day for the first time today. He'll be second after Brady Montgomery in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Lane goes down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Brought the breaking ball down, and
Next up,
Lane just really couldn't touch Tedeschi during that at bat.
Really nice breaking movement in. Almost an impossible pitch to hit. Brody Done's 0 for 2. Hit batter, runner caught in a rundown. Day coming to apply the tag, and he does. Really nice awareness from Landon Tedeschi's caught Hainline off the jump, and YD ends things. In the 8th, we head to the bottom half. You're watching YD Baseball on the Cape League.
now batting.
Bottom of the 8th after a quick one in the top from Beidel. She's right at Montgomery. Starting off, still looking for his first hit. He has walked twice today and gone down swinging. Lavaz is still out there and starts off with a strike. The bat cocked back. The 0-1 check swing called high. And Montgomery takes ball 1. Poked foul off the end of the bat, strike 2. Swung on and missed. Montgomery goes down on strikes once again, second time today. And that brings up Brady Day for the first time.
Next up, out of Kansas State, number 10, Brady Day.
Day came in a defensive substitution as the whole infield was shifted around. Holds off on ball 1 outside. Moved over to second. Austin went to left field. Garza back to the dugout as Stafford came behind the plate. Day pushes it foul and out of play towards the parking lot. Best of luck to everyone's cars.
See if Day can be a spark plug here off the bench. YD's had their ups and downs offensively. They're currently in a bit of a rut over these last couple of innings.
And it's chopped on the ground towards first. And Day is just beaten out by Lavaz. It was a foot race at the end as Lane tossed it over to his pitcher. Tough break, really, really close one. Day was giving it everything he had, but there's 2 gone quickly in the 8th.
Yeah, it looked like some late reaction there from Lavaz as he thought that might be a 3 unassisted and then realized he had to go cover the bag and the throw was behind him, but beats out Day.
Fresh count for Dub Gleed. He is 1 for 3. The first pitch breaking ball into the zone for strike 1. Gleed clips himself on the foul ball. And he's down 0-2. Just 4 outs to work with, down a run. But ball 1 sails over his head. Gleed swings away, and that's the side. A nice one from Lavaz. Hangs another 0, the 3rd in a row. And we're on to the 9th. Hyannis leads 3-2, and they'll be at the plate when we come back on the Cape League Broadcast Network.
Number 29, Brody Done.
Top of the ninth, Brody Done versus Landon Tedeschi. 28 pitchers for the lefty out of Ohio State. And Done swings away for strike one. Checks his swing at ball one. The appeal says he was safe. Done goes around this time. Strike two. The pitch swung on and missed. Tedeschi gets another on the strikeout to start things off. And Done goes down. Bottom of the order for Hyannis. It's Eric Snow followed by Trey Lipsy, but the second baseman steps into the righty box. He's 1 for 3, 2 flyouts, and a single. First pitch chopped foul up the third base line.
It's another pitcher for YD that has settled into his outing after the first inning of work. Tedeschi gave up the run and since then has been stellar.
Called strike two. Finds the inside of the zone. Tedeschi's ahead. Day takes a couple steps to his right. Ball one misses just inside. A smile from the Ohio State hurler. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 2 up, 2 down, swinging. Tedeschi's 2 Ks in the top of the ninth.
Keeps tying up these hitters with that breaking ball in. Lipsy was the first one to get to him back in the 7th. This is his second time facing his college teammate.
We'll see what he does here. Started with the fastball last time. This time brings in the changeup, but can't get Lipsy to bite as it misses just inside for strike one. The 1-0 just tipped foul underneath it. Counts 1-1. 2 outs. YD will have 3 outs to work with to either tie or win this ball game. Up the middle, the backhand from Hardy, and the throw is in time on the stretch from Gleed. What a play from the YD defense to end the inning. Lipsy almost snuck one through, but infield heroics will send us to the bottom of the ninth. You're watching YD Baseball on the Cape League.
rescue, number 14.
Bottom of the ninth.
Poley.
1-run ball game between the Harbor Hawks and YD in favor of Hyannis. It's Jamie Arnold on the mound. He throws a first pitch low for ball 1 to Kling. Arnold is one of 2 all-star pitchers on the Hyannis staff. The 1-0 is high for ball 2. Has a mix of a fastball, slider, and a changeup. He's been one of the most versatile pitchers on the staff. Find at the bottom of the zone with strike 1. He's been a middle reliever, a starter. He's come in late in games as he has today. Eric Beatty says he's really tough on lefties. The 2-1, chopped up the middle, soft contact. Arnold has it, but the throw pulls him off the bag. The error from Jamie Arnold puts Paxton Kling on base, bringing up Theo Hardy. Hardy has bunted many, many times already in a one-run ball game. You want to advance the runner here. We were talking before this inning started. We all said Kling would reach. I called the bunt single from Theo Hardy. We'll see where that goes for me. He has a fresh count with Kling on the bag. That was ruled a hit. As strike 1 comes into Hardy, runs inside slightly. Oh, and 1, the bunt is shown and pulled back for ball 1. Quick reaction from Hardy. That one was coming in with some gas, but he gets his bat out of the way. The 1-1, he swings away, and it's just foul up the third base line. So we might not see my bunt single today, but Hardy is still swinging away in this at-bat.
Hit and run maybe with 2 strikes. Is that too crazy to be in the question here?
The 1-2 hammered out towards left field, but in front of the fence. Looked really good off the bat, but Mitchell there for the grab.
Heart rate shot up after that one. That's some of the best contact we've seen today by anybody from Theo Hardy.
2 outs left for the Red Sox to put up at least 1 run to keep this one going, and it's RJ Austin at the plate. He's 1 for 4. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed, tipped into the glove for strike 1. Ball 1 drops low, counts even at 1. Darby on deck. It's a part of the YD order that's been great today. Donay can't frame up the 1-1. That's ball 2 on the outside half. Signs come in from Coach Pickler. Kling retakes his lead. The 2-1 popped up, foul out of play, 2-2. Runner goes, throw on the way is high, and Kling is in there safely.
Figured it had to come at some point, and it's a good spot to do it. Kling got a really good jump. If that throw is perfect, it's a very close play, but now all you need is a base hit from RJ Austin, who's been a machine.
Full count, ball 4 outside. Austin tosses the bat, and that brings up Xander Darby.
Next up, out of UC Santa Barbara, number 12, Xander Darby. Pinch running.
Fresh count for Xander Darby out of UCSB. We have a pinch runner on first base. It's Enzo Apodaca.
Austin's got plenty of speed, but coming off that ankle injury and already being a little bit banged up today from earlier, I like this move to bring on Apodaca.
The runners take their leads. Fresh count for Darby. First pitch on the way on that outside half of the plate for strike one. Looks far away from the batter, but Darby is not all the way up at the front of the box. He's standing a little bit further towards the middle. So as that one falls over the outside half of the plate, it's a reach for the batter. The 0-1 drops low. The count's 1-1 with one gone, 2 aboard. Tying run on second, winning run on first. Stafford's on deck. He's reached base every appearance today. Ball 2 falls away. Darby nods at the signs from Coach Pickler. Arnold fires, and it's bounced over Pickler's head, foul towards the YD bullpen, counts at 2-2. Runners return to their bags and retake the lead. Popped out towards center, coming in, makes its way to left field. Mitchell's there, 2 gone. And Ryan Stafford, who's responsible for all of YD's runs today, is their last chance now at the plate.
Stafford.
Bringing up a hot bat. Can he do it again?
A lot of pressure on his shoulders. 4 plate appearances, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. And we'll have a meeting on the mound. There's nobody in the bullpen. This is Arnold's game. Possibly just trying to ice the hitter right now.
Yeah, and you might also see a quick rundown from the dugout here. In a big situation, you've got the winning run aboard, you've got the tying run in scoring position.
You've got Hunter Hines on deck.
Yeah, you might just go pitch by pitch here and say, listen, this guy's really hot at the plate. This is how we get him out.
Home plate umpire coming out to break up the mound meeting that's running past its due. The atmosphere is tense at a packed Red Wilson Field. The YD faithfuls screaming, cheering on their team as Stafford readies himself in the righty box. Arnold is set, checks the runner, first pitch on the way, swung on, pushed foul and out of play, but great contact from Stafford. The catcher out of Cal Poly took a 2-week hiatus to play for Team USA Collegiate National Team. The 0-1 flies away, and the count evens up 1-1. Chopped on the ground towards short. This could be it. And it is. Apodaca can't slide in time to second. And YD goes down on the fielder's choice. This one was tight throughout. They put up 2 runs in the 5th inning. 6 hits for the Red Sox, only brings across 2 runs. Hyannis wins it 3-2. Luke, this was another stagnant day from the offense. And looking back, considering the winning run was scored on a balk, that was really, really a close call. This isn't one to necessarily hang your head about. I think it was still a really good day from the pitching staff, but certainly tough to take 2 losses in a row at home before a 5-game stretch on the road.
Yeah, this has been a team that's dominated at home all season long, and like you said, tough to take back-to-back losses on your home turf. But the thing for YD is that they got decent pitching today, they got decent hitting today, they had plenty of chances to do this, and you know, while they didn't take advantage, you look at a lot of games like this throughout the season, and the reason why they've been sitting atop the East is they typically win them. Even when you're not lighting up the scoreboard, your pitching is hanging you around in the game, and you're getting enough on the bases to win. Today they just didn't quite have enough. They had plenty of opportunities to grab a lead in this game. You think back to that 5th inning when they had those 2 runs that eventually tied the game, you know, they had the go-ahead run in scoring position, which would have been the 3rd run of the game, and there was nobody out in the inning, and they couldn't score them. So no shortage of opportunities in this game for YD, just couldn't take advantage, and they come up just short against a Hyannis team that has had their number the last couple of times in some very, very tight battles. Going to be really fun to see these 2 teams meet up again in a week in Hartford, but until then, like you said, a lot of trips on the road for the Red Sox, an area where they haven't necessarily excelled as much as they have here at Red Wilson Field this season.
It all starts off tomorrow in Chatham. Game time at 7 p.m. We'll be back with you on the call from Perri, Kitei, and Luke West Poley. Thank you for listening. As always, Hyannis takes this one 3-2. Thanks for listening, and good night.